Zion, the Zionist movement. And Zionists. You have surely heard or read these words before. What is the Zionist movement? Who are the Zionists? This is what we will find out in this episode. Zionism is a Jewish political movement whose purpose was to establish a single homeland for Jews from around the world. Well, how did the Zionist movement start? There is a theory that says the Jews should all go to Palestine and worship God from there because God likes to be worshipped from there. There is also a prophecy in Christianity that says that Christ will come again, and this is the second coming of Christ. And he will be on Mount Zion in Palestine. And this will not be achieved except in a Jewish society, because Christ will only descend on a Jewish society. Hence the same reason that the Jews want to go to Palestine and the Christians want the Jews to go to Palestine. So that the prophecy of the second coming of Christ will be fulfilled. From here, a group of Christians began calling for the Jews to be gathered in one homeland, which is Palestine, and for Europe to get rid of them. This was in the 17th century. In the 19th century, this idea was adopted by a fanatical Hungarian Jewish journalist named Theodor Herzl. Herzl held the first Zionist conference in Basel, Portugal, in 1897, and about 200 people attended at the conference. They agreed to establish a homeland for the Jews, and also agreed that the Zionist organization would have branches all over the world to achieve its goals. The Zionist movement has two types, and each type includes small movements that serve the basic idea. Settlement Zionism is the settlers who come and occupy the Palestinians' countries and homes, including the Haganah and kibbutz gangs. Supportive Zionism is the Jews outside Israel who work to persuade the rest of the Jews in the world to immigrate to Israel, including religious Zionism, economic Zionism, labor Zionism, and many others. After we learned about the Zionist movement and its origins, there is a question. Is the war between Zionists and Muslims a war of faith and religion or a war of politics, land and borders? This is what we will find out in the next episode.